Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here on YouTube. Now, I don't cover video game stuff that often because honestly, I've fallen out of video games. I was born back in the mid-'70s. First system I ever got was Atari 2600. And then I had, a Coleco. I got into television after the crash. I had a Nintendo. I had a Sega Master System. I had a Genesis. I got a Super Nintendo for the RPGs, And after that, I kind of got away from it. I had other systems, and currently I have a few systems in my house. But I found I prefer portables or plug and plays. Like I got the Genesis Mini, I got the Nintendo Mini, it's like an At Games Mini. I've done videos on them. Well, when I saw this Evercade was coming out and saw the stuff about it, I was like, this looks interesting. But I never wanted to spend. It's like $80 for a version with one card, or this version here, the premium pack was like 105, something like that. And I was like, I never really wanted to spend that much. I don't know. It looks cool, but is it going to last? Well, it's been almost a year now. Evercade's putting out a home version of this, plus even more games. So I'm like, you know what? It's proven to me it's going to last long enough. There's enough carts, so I'm going to take a chance. So I don't know when this video is going up, probably in August, maybe September. But I got this in June. My birthday's in the middle of July. My parents are like, look, we don't know what the hell to get you. Here's a credit card. Here's your limit. Go order. And they set me a limit. I was like, all right, I can give me an Evercade. So I went ordering. I just got it in yesterday, 2 days ago now. I've been playing the hell out of it, so let's check it out, okay? So we got the package in here. This includes the Data East Volume 1, Atari Volume 1, and Interplay Volume 1. You can play this on your TV. I like the packaging. I like the little sleeve. I just got to recharge this. I played enough. Okay, there's the actual system. As you can see, you got your 4 face buttons, select, start, menu. Got a power switch, got 2 shoulders. That is for where you can hook a micro HDMI to that. And it goes to regular HDMI, hook to your TV. Oh, I got a game in there already. Volume, earphone jack, and that is the charging port. It's a micro, same thing most cell phones charge on, was that micro SD. There's the system. Then you lift this up. Got the instructions. And I have not updated the firmware on this. I need to, because one drawback to it right now is there's no way, unless they allow you to in the game, to switch what the buttons do. And the button layout, you'll notice, is kind of odd. Instead of BA, it's AB, and it's XY. For like Nintendo stuff, I'd want, the Nintendo stuff on here, or the Genesis stuff is just laid out a little different. I'm going to go upgrade my firmware sometime soon. Let's check out the games. Got the Atari Collection. And this is 20 games. Most of them are Atari 2700, a few 7800. We got Centipede, Adventure, Alien Brigade, that's a 7800, Asteroids, Missile Command, Crystal Castles, Foo Fight, that's a 7800, Desert Falcon, Motor Psycho, Canyon Bomber, Gravitar, Double Dunk, Ninja Golf, which I played the hell out of now, that's a 7800, Steeplechase, Night Driver, Tempest, Video Pinball, Aqua Adventure, Yard's Revenge, and Sword Quest Earth World. I love these little cases. There's the carts. The carts are not very big. They got a unique form to them. And check this out. This is one thing, they gave you a nice instruction book. Full color, a little bit about each game. Shows you what buttons do what. Now, sure, some of these games, on this Atari one, Centipede's cool. Ninja Golf's great. Video Pinball, I could have done one out. That was not a good game back in the day. Neither was Canyon Bomber. Crystal Castles and Aqua Adventure is one of those I don't remember ever playing before. Alien Brigade, I did own a 7800, but it was years after it came out, so I don't remember playing that one either. Asteroids, Desert Falcon, another one I never played. Double Dunk, I cannot get into it. Food Fight, good game. Gravitar, Missile Command, Motor Psycho, Night Driver, it just does not hold up. Steeplechase, same thing. Sword Quest Earth World. Okay, here's the thing with Sword Quest Earth World. You really, really need the comic that came with it to play this. Without it, it's just, you're seeing numbers pop up on the screen. You don't know what the fuck they're for. I know if you look around online, you can find scans of that comic. Tempest, which I never got to play on the old Atari. Adventure. And then Yard's Return. This is a kind of modern sequel to Yard's Revenge. I played it a little bit. It's pretty fun. And there's some more of their games. And I'll show a little bit of these in a minute. Of course, we got ever-present charging cord. Now, it's a Burglary Micro. Did not come with a power brick, but I got piles of those laying around, so it was not a big deal. I mean, hell, you know, everybody's got a cell phone now, pretty much. I mean, my 70-something-year-old father has a cell phone. So pretty much everybody has a cell phone. You got a power brick, you know. Those are not, I don't mind, you know, stuff does not ship one if it keeps the cost down a little bit. Now, this is the cart that's actually in there. This is the Data East cart. And this is probably the one I've played the most. We got Bad Dudes, which is the Nintendo version, Burger Time, which is the Nintendo version, Midnight Resistance, which is the Genesis version. Fun game that I don't remember ever playing much on the original Genesis. Side Pocket, Nintendo version. Karate Champs, the Nintendo version. By Nintendo, I mean NES. Joe and Mac 2, I don't know. I'm guessing that's the Super Nintendo version. I don't know. It's one of those games I never really played much of. Fighter's History, I played the hell out of this last night. It's Data East basically ripping off Street Fighter. It's got a weird cast of characters. Two Crude Dudes, that is definitely the Genesis version. Magical Drop 2, the puzzle game, but I don't know. I'm guessing Genesis, Super Nintendo, I don't remember. And then Burning Rubber, which I'm fairly sure is Bump and Jump, just under a different name. And again, you get a nice little manual. As you see, the cart is actually in my system right now. And the little manual goes on about the game. Don't look at that, you know, nice full-color manual. Two Crude Dudes, Cyberpunk Counter-Strike, Fighter's History. I like this tip. Standard fighting game inputs yield amazing results. Okay, yeah, they say that. I've played with 4 different characters. One of them does the motion for a fireball in Street Fighter 2 actually do anything. Karate Champ, that game sucks. That's one of those where the arcade version is great because you got the 2 joysticks. On this, Joe and Mac 2, Lost in Trump. This is really fun, but it's kind of hard. Magical Drop 2, puzzle game, not bad. Midnight Resistance is fairly fun. Side Pocket, I haven't played a lot of it. List more games. And then, sadly, the worst card in here. And it's mostly because most of these games, I played them back in the day and just didn't enjoy them that much. It's the Interplay Collection. We only got 6 games on this one. Unless we got Clay Fighters, which I want to say it looks and feels like the Super Nintendo version. Earthworm Jim, which I've been told is the Genesis version. Battle Chess, Boogerman, which is Genesis. Incantation, which I'm guessing is Super Nintendo. And then Titan, Maggie, Hush Up, Babe. Okay. I'll go into the games. Whoa, shit. That's the only bad thing about this coin. Okay. We'll go on the games a little bit more when I go through the book here. There's the cart. And the carts are numbered if you didn't notice. See, that's number 4. What was the Atari one? Number 1, probably? Number 1. I'll look at it when I pull it out. Okay, Told you a little bit on Interplay. Earthworm Jim. This is one of those games that Earthworm Jim was popular if there was like 2 or 3 games, and it had its own cartoon for a while. I never got to see, but like it's forgotten. And I remember, you know, that new Television Amiga, that's everything. We got Earthworm Jim. It's like, who remembers that shit? Clay Fighter. It was a claymation Street Fighter clone. Back in the day, it was good for a rental. Now, just ain't that great. Battle Chess. I've never been that big on chess, and this game is slow. Slow. Like, move your piece, and you're going to take that piece, but you got to watch them fight for a couple seconds. Just slow. Not great. Looks very Nintendo-ish. Boogerman. This was, I remember they called this the pick and flick adventure. I remember enjoying playing that. Incantation. I've never even heard of this game, but I had fun the little bit I played it. It's just the button layout's a little. And then Titan. It's a breakout clone, but the ball, you move your pieces left, right, up, and down, and you got to destroy all the other balls. Not that great a game. But I did enjoy this system. I've got 2 more cartridges ordered right now. I have the Pico Interactive, which is a bunch of like Chinese and Taiwan games, and never got released over here, and a bunch of games that either didn't get finished or didn't get released that Pico Interactive has bought up. It's a pile of games. There's a couple of RPGs. That's why I got it. And then I ordered the Pico. What's the other one I ordered? Was it Mad Cat? I don't remember now. Shit. Does one of these show all the cards? Let's see. I'm trying to remember because I ordered them after I got it. I was like, man, this is really cool. Tech notes. That's the Technos one, right? I ordered because it's got River City Ransom, Dodgeball off the Nintendo, and then like 2 Double Dragon games. So let's check this sucker out. I got Date East loaded up in here, so power on. It's just a switch, and you just shove it to the side. Get that nice Blaze Entertainment. And I'm gonna turn the sound up. It's got fairly good sound. Ignore my nasty chewed on nails here, people. I was just mentioning somebody the other day, I'm coming up on 14 years since I smoked, so. And you see how quick it got to the menu. There's Bad Dudes, Burning Rubber, Burger Time, 2 Crew Dudes, Fighters History. And start the game, you just hit start. Takes it a second. You get your little logo. Next thing you know, you're playing Fighters History. Hopefully they come out with a Capcom one, because I'd like to have like Street Fighter, or maybe an Acclaim one or something, midway with, Mortal Kombat. Get this guy here. I'm just gonna pick. I've had the best luck with this guy. It's kind of like their version of Zangief. Marostoros versus Sanche. And you'll see it looks very, very Street Fighter-like. Let's get your standard throws. Oh, you bastard. I saw a lot of people had issues with this, and you go back to the game, you just hit menu. You can say it's got save states, it's got settings. I'm gonna quit that one. We'll do Bad Dudes. I'm a bad dude. Remember this game? They're playing the fuck out of this on my Nintendo and in the arcade. A couple of buddies of mine, me and 2 friends sat there and took turns playing in the arcade to beat it. Bad Dude. And there's more stuff coming. Like they got for the home the home console, they're putting out arcade things, which is what I want. Okay, we'll pick him. The president has been kidnapped. Okay. Carts come out fairly easy. Okay, that was number 3. Put that back in this case. I'll show the other ones real quick. My only major complaint is that this little clip here to hold the thing does not hold it very well, so your instruction manuals will slide and can get bent if you're worried about keeping them in great shape. I don't care on that. I just love that we got these nice cases. And as you can see, it just slides right in. Power on, ba-boom. Blaze Entertainment. You got the little red light here. Supposedly 4 to 5 hours is what you get out of this when it's fully charged. I did not fully charge mine when I got it. It was about halfway or 3/4, so I just started playing, and I got like 5 hours. So I'm not sure on that. Yes, it's fully charged now. There's Battle Chess, Boogerman, Clay Fighter, Earthworm Jim, Incantation. I'll show you Titan, because Titan sucks. It's 1988 Soulful. I guess it's just one of those I've never even heard of. Titus. That's full blast on the volume. It gets fairly loud. Now you can see me reflected in the screen there. And all you're doing is just see that little square? You guys gonna break all them bricks. This game ain't good. Honestly, Boogerman and Clay Fighter and like Earthworm Jim, Incantation is probably the one I end up playing the most. Show that real quick, then I'll go to the Atari one. They're shooting stuff. You shoot that stuff and transport to these worlds where you can get all kinds. I don't know what that does. Okay, so you see it, and then I'm gonna do the Atari one. Like I said, this Interplay one I'll probably pay. And there's like 10 or 13 carts out already for this, with a bunch more coming out this summer. Because the home console version comes out in September, November? I think it's September. Old Atari. Blaze Entertainment. And it's made in the UK. I like the red and white's supposed to be like the Famicom, which, I mean, to us at the States is like, oh, Nintendo's gray, man. Nintendo was like gray and darker gray. Yeah, but hey. It's got a good feel to it. It's a fairly heavy system. Oh, gotta play Adventure. You know, I'm gonna beat Adventure real quick. This is one of my favorite games for this system. Well, this is one of the very first home console RPGs. Let's see that little pixel? That's me. Use that key. That's my weapon. Run over here. Oh, I didn't get the dragon. I killed the dragon. Yeah, I know it looks like a duck. That was a joke back in the day. Man, those fucking ducks. Get that key. And this had one of the very first Easter eggs. You gotta line up shit just right. Shit! I need to go get my damn sword and kill it. Oh, he almost got me. Fuck! I never had this much trouble on this game. Drop that right there. How much you can even. Oh, well, let me pick them up. I know some of these you can pick up the dragon's bodies. Come here, Mr. Dragon. I won't stab you with my sword. This way. I like how an arrow is a sword. That pussy-ass dragon ran away. That's one thing. The sword will make them run away. Well, else? I mean, I got all the way up here with my sword, and the dragon don't run away, so I got to go back and get that key. And that bridge can be moved. And there's 3 variants on here. This is the first one. It's the easiest. So I'm doing it. I mean, I can solve it quicker than this usually. Usually I don't have to go back. And the third one's just like random. The second one's a little bit more complex. And you got this one. You have the third variant, which is more random. And this is one of those games I would sit there and play that third variant for hours and hours. This is kind of neat. Watch. That's a magnet. So let's bring it in. I'm gonna run up here. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Run away! Run away! Run away! Shit. Somehow, I love that. I managed to kill, and look how the shit's flashing. It's because there's so much on the screen. The Atari couldn't handle that much, and that's how you did the Easter egg. You got shit to flash. I'll show you where it is. I can't do it on this right here. On the screen way over here. Put enough stuff in here, and you could go through that wall, and there'd be something on the other side. It's like a gray pixel you could pick up, and they just give you a message. And that's how you win. That's that. Okay. But, you know, Asteroids, Canyon Bomber, Crystal Castle, Centipede's another one that I really enjoyed as a kid. I actually had the trackball to play this on as a kid. And see, the graphics aren't great, but look, that's Centipede. Spider got me. So that's the Evercade. I love it. And for the price, it was, like I said, about $100 for this, and I got, what, 20 Atari games, 10, so 36 games, with a cool little handheld that fits, I mean, excuse me, it fits perfectly in my pocket. It's well built. It looks like they're going to support this for quite a while. And yes, I know, for about the same price. I could have got one of them made in China, you know, ROM box things that's portable. But you know what? Sometimes you just want to put the card in. You want, these are officially licensed. This ain't no bootleg shit. And this is a better build than one of those. I picked up quite a back. It looks like an old Game Boy, like the original Game Boy. It's a little bit small, probably like a Game Boy phone. It had like 300 games built into it. It was like $15. Well, I was like, all right, cool. You know, this would be something I play around with here and there. Within less than 4 weeks, the screen started getting where once you powered it on, within like 4 or 5 minutes, the screen started getting darker and darker and darker. And just all kinds of issues with this. Working out great. Good build on it. You know, really cool system. I love it. I can't wait till I get my next 2 carts in. That Technos, because I love me some Super Dodgeball River City Ransom. And that's the thing, the carts are $20. Now there is like the Namco 2 carts, they cannot release those in the US for some reason. It's like some kind of like somebody else has a license on them in the US. So you're going to have to pay an import fee and you're gonna pay about $30. And right now, like the Jellicoe and a couple of the other ones, there's like the Bit Brothers and maybe the Codemasters ones are just out of stock. There's a couple of websites. If you go online to Evercade, I think it's like evercade.co.uk, you find out where to get them. You might have to import some of this shit from the UK, which means you're going to pay about $8 for shipping. But if you buy 2 or 3 carts, you know, that's a couple bucks a cart for shipping. It's coming for a good ways. But yeah, great little system. I love it to death. I don't see this becoming a huge thing. This is mostly targeted at people my age, you know, us older people that love these old games. Like the Atari Collection. Honestly, I probably would not have bought that. You know what? I gotta show that. I probably would not have bought that by itself. This came with it. And the one cart, the regular version of the Evercade comes with that Atari cart. But let me show you the best game on here. And this is one of those where I want to say I played it once or twice on the old 7800, but I never, like, it was one of those where I don't think I ever owned it. I think it's one of those where somebody else I knew had it. But this is like my favorite game on here. I played the hell out of it. That's what game sucks. Ninja Golf, baby. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a ninja game. So here's your ninja. You see that bottom? It's hard to see it, but you hit the ball. This is your jump. You got to fight off ninjas and these little crazy-ass gophers while you get into your ball. I'm going to play a full hole just to show you. That's a throwing star. And you want to save those throwing stars because at each hole, there's a boss that you got to take care of. Man, I'm getting beat up bad. And you got like 3 lives. I have not completed a whole round of golf yet on this thing because I'm at my ball now. So looking at my ball. Man, I almost made the green on that one. This is one where I can't wait to remap the buttons because I want my tap button to be here and my jump to be here. Just because that's what I'm used to. I ain't seen the frog yet. Damn, it wouldn't let me pick up the potion. The fuck? And I've not tried this out on TV yet because I do not have the cord I need, but I'm going to order one. And I mean, there's like Link's collections. There's a television one. There's a lot of collections for this. Okay, I'm at my ball. You ready? Here's the ball. You're throwing ninja stars. Avoid the fireballs. You just got to get the timing down. And then you beat that, and you got your whole. So it took me three shots. I got a bonus 6,000. We go on to the next hole. I love that game. It's so goofy, and it's one where I remembered it like back in the day. And then, you know, with the invention of YouTube and watching these people play, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about Ninja Golf. Actually, what got me remembering it again was AVGM, Angry Video Game Nerd, James Rolfe, when he was doing James and Mike Mondays before that ended. They covered it on up, so I'm like, man, I forgot all about that thing. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. And if you're an old school gamer like me, you know, and you got $100 to spare, this is definitely worth your money. And it's kind of, I like the look of it. You know, it's a very, I mean, this thing actually weighs more than my fucking DS. Because that's my other portable, right? I got a DS. It's a DS Lite. And I love this thing. And $20, man. You can have $20 for, and most of these cards, I think the smallest one has 2 games on it. It's like 2 new Genesis, well, newly made for the Genesis games on. Most of them, at least they have 6 games. I like the Starry one. 20 games. I paid $20 if I bought it. 20 games, $1 a game. Or like the Data East one's 10 games, so $2 a game. Yeah, the Interplay one kind of sucks. And honestly, I wish they'd let you pick which 3 you got in the pack. I have seen, like, I think in the UK they don't have the Interplay one in there, and they got like Namco. But definitely worth checking out if you're into old video games. So hope you enjoyed that, man. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and for comments, you know, have you heard about the Evercade? Is this just something that, you know, is just known amongst, you know, us retro game people? I don't know. And look, I changed the blanket, you notice. The other one is being washed right now, so I want the old school Walking Dead blanket. RIP Aunt Net, thank you for providing me with this. I miss you every day, man. Laters.